Hey, it's Frank Taylor coming to you today with another episode of Nature in Your Backyard on April 3rd, 2020. Remember that when I have a Nature in Your Backyard, I'm following springtime as it evolves across the state of Virginia. And I'm finding things that are happening now in my backyard, which is also going to be in your backyard or neighborhood or local park. Well, today I had to go out and get some gas for my chainsaw and some oil for my chainsaw. And so I was driving down this road, and I've been trying to stay home and follow coronavirus recommendations. And I saw a field, and the field was full of yellow flowers. So this is one of those nature in your backyards where something's like really in your face. And I thought, what is that flowering in this field? And I thought I knew, but it could have been a couple of different things. And as it turns out, it is another plant in a family that we've talked about. It's another plant in the mustard family. You guessed it. Mustard family plants produce seed pods with lots of seeds in them. And we talked about how mustard is made up of the seeds of a mustard plant and ground up, and some vinegar and salt and flavorings are added, and you have your mustard. Well, today's plant is this one, and it's called field mustard. And field mustard is blooming right now in a field near you. So if you get in your car and you're driving someplace and you see a field just full of bright yellow flowers, or a roadside next to a farmer's field of cattle, and it's covered with these bright yellow flowers, you have found field mustard. And plants in the mustard family, like I showed you some other mustards before, you see these long, thin seed pods? They're just starting out. But later in the season, I'll take you back and show you field mustard again, and these seed pods will be full of seeds. And we'll break one open, and I'll show you. Identifying the plant, look for 4-petaled flowers. Let me see if I can get this one right up on the camera. Yep. Can you see the 4 distinct petals on that? That's another characteristic of this plant called field mustard. Its scientific name is Brassica rapa, R-A-P-A. There's a couple different mustards with yellow flowers that will be coming out. Another way to identify this particular one is to look at how the leaf is attached to the stem. And you see how this leaf is wrapped around that stem? Only field mustard has leaves wrapped around the stem like that. Now, while I was there, I got a 2-for-1 deal. So I found my yellow mustard, and right next to it, I found another mustard. And this one has white flowers, but they're small, and they're not really bright and not very big, but they've got some very distinct seed pods. And instead of long, thin seed pods, they have these little green seed pods with this little funny shape. Earlier this season, I showed you bittercress. That was a Pennsylvania bittercress that's in the mustard family with the seed pods. This is another mustard family plant, and it's called peppergrass. And there's a reason it's called peppergrass. Its seeds are very peppery. And this was another plant that was used by the colonists back in the day to help flavor their foods and add a little zing to their salads and add a little zing to their stews. So 2 plants today. These are not ones you have to sneak around and look. These are plants that'll jump out at you, and like this black or yellow mustard, field mustard. Fields are full of it. Roadsides are full of it. If you see bright yellow flowers growing real thick along the roadside or filling a field, you've found field mustard. This species has the leaf that wraps around the stem. See how that leaf's wrapping around the stem? That's how you identify it. You can also find peppergrass blooming. tiny white flowers, and then if you see this row of seed pods along the side, you'll be able to identify that. Remember that what's a name? A name empowers you to go out and learn more about a plant. Look up yellow mustard on Google. Look up peppergrass and see what you can find about it. See if you can find peppergrass and yellow mustard in your backyard or in a field or in a park near you. This has been Frank Taylor with today's installment of Nature in Your Backyard. All of these videos are being saved to my web channel or YouTube channel, and you can look at these at your leisure. And appreciate all the people joining me today. It's fun going on Facebook Live because I feel like I'm talking to you, and it's great. And if my grandson Henry is watching again today, I got to do a shout out to my grandson Henry. Go out and see if you can find these, Henry. I'm glad that you're watching. So see you all later.